Welcome to Kollel Ohr Yosef, the Joseph and Faye Tannenbaum Community Kollel. And if I could suggest, this is probably the crowning achievement of all the structures and all the amenities that we have built into this community. Just quickly, by way of background, the Spring Farm community was conceived sometime in the early 1970s. And sometime during that period, Joe created a master plan for this piece of land, which at that time was a farm, and we were the lead developer of this community. Joe had an idea to create a Jewish community with all the necessary amenities to create a Torah community, and that included the building of the Beth Avram Yosef of Toronto congregation, which opened up in 1981. 1987, we opened up the Grand Shul on Clark Avenue. We also built the Eitz Chaim Educational Center here and provided for assisted housing, and we also provided for many of the other day schools that are in this community. We built a shopping center, we provided for parks, we provided for libraries, community centers, a whole integrated community to cater to community being established in Thornhill. Warren Newfield came on the scene together with Yaakov Kaplan and had this idea to establish a kollel in the space, which they did. And the history is that the kollel grew way beyond, I think, what we could have envisioned and required a larger space. And this is the space that we ultimately built. Let's go around the front and we'll give you a little bit of a tour. We engaged a remarkable team of architects and design consultants. Gowling Hastings were the master architects of the project. Fieldgate are our contractors. And then we also engaged an incredible young man in Lakewood to do all the millwork, which you will see is quite magnificent in the structure itself. The outside cladding of the building, as you could see, is from Israel. It's Jerusalem stone. We'll go around to the front and take you into the lobby. Have a lot of hakar satov to my good friend Chaim Rutman, who really quarterbacked this partnership relationship with his balabatim at Eitz Chaim. And you will see how we structured it to create a certain environment for the boys and a relationship that we think is going to be beneficial as the years go by. Let's go inside for a minute. We're now in the lobby of Kollel Ohr Yosef, and as you can see, it's quite a generous space. We wanted it to be quite generous. We have coat rooms here at the entrance and down the hallway, and you'll see later in the tour we have a beautiful boardroom. We have another smaller base medrash and a room for social events and kedushin and things like that. Rooms, adequate lockers and cubbies for all the members of the kollel. And by the way, each one of these has ports so that you can leave your cell phone. Let's go into the main base medrash now for a minute. This is the main base medrash, and it has, as you can see, the millwork around the room is really beautifully done. I forgot to mention, one of the consultants that we had on the job was a young fellow named Yossi G, who has a very large firm in New York, and he did all the interior design work, all the materials, all the colors, all the lighting that you see. All the interior design work were done by Yossi G. He has a whole group of architects and engineers and other staff members that really created the look that you're seeing here with subtle LED lighting, accent lighting throughout the entire building. We have seating here for somewhere between 300 and 350 mispalalim, and I could tell you on a Shabbat, on a Shabbos, this room is totally packed. Even during the week, and if you come here in the evenings, the room is really quite very busy with all kinds of people coming to learn here, young people, older people, working people. It's quite it's quite something to see. There was a tremendous amount of attention paid to the natural lighting, which we're getting, as you can see right now. The lighting is so powerful that we had to sort of mitigate it with some shades that we have. And we have a tremendous light coming in from the north wall, which faces the Bayit. And we did a nice job of screening the parking of the Bayit. As you can see, we don't see any cars here, which really lends itself to a very beautiful natural environment. The Beis Medrash is in the name of the Weinstock family. Meyer and Adele Weinstock during their lifetimes were very generous philanthropists in their time, and even they've left a tremendous charitable foundation that contributed to the construction of this building, and I think it's very appropriate that it's named in their name. Otzer Sfarim, the library off the Beis Medrash, is dedicated by Bentzi Heitner and his family, and it's probably one of the most beautiful rooms in the entire building. A little bit smaller, a little bit more intimate, and many activities and shiurim going on in the morning and in the evening times as well. It's also equipped with a computer station. People could make copies. I come to a shiur here in the evenings, and it basically learn a sugya, and it gives you the Gemara, it gives you the Rambam, it gives you all of the Mefarshim, all on sheets that people can learn the Chavrusa, and then at the end, either Rabbi Elias or one of the other Rabbanim, sort of wrap up what the Inyan is, and we study one of those sugyas like in a week's time. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20,000 Sfarim here in the total complex. So this is what we refer to at the moment as an all-purpose room. Right now it's being used for kiddushes. It opens up into that smaller Beis Medrash when we need to. Right now we don't find the need to do that. This is certainly big enough for the Shabbos Kiddush, for instance, and Shalosh Shodas. Kitchen is basically, again, we don't do any cooking in here. It's really just a warm-up kitchen. It's got all the latest stainless steel appliances, all the latest Shabbos mode technologies that are available. Obviously, it's got lots of coffee. We have other drinks, other beverages. There's a machine here for cold drinks and snacks, and refrigerator equipment. We also have fountain, whether you want cold water, still water, or soda water. We have a beautiful boardroom, which, by the way, has not been dedicated yet. You can see the boardroom when you come in from the entrance. And it's obviously a meeting room, and also there are classes. There's a morning shiur being given, mostly for guys that are retired. They're using this little boardroom, and it's got all the latest audio-visual equipment if needed to make presentations. Our administrative offices are located here. Rabbi Goldman, Rabbi Lichtenstein has our office, and this is a sort of the general office space. This is where all the behind the scenes action takes place. As you can see, we've built a beautiful Beis Medrash for our boys at Eitz Chaim, and one of the very interesting features about this Beis Medrash, and if you come and walk along with me, you'll see that it's connected. It's connected to the Kollel Ohr Yosef Beis Medrash. Being able to have our boys in this Beis Medrash looking down at guys sitting and learning in the Kollel Ohr Yosef Beis Medrash. And I don't
Quite
know,
the statement.
it makes a statement about, I think it's Chaim, it makes a statement about the Kollel, about what we're trying to do in building a community. They have as an inspiring a space as the Beis Medrash, the beautiful, magnificent, the elegance of the Beis Medrash downstairs has really been transferred up here and elevated into this space. This has become not only an Ezra's Nashim during davening, but they are actually programming going on during the week, shiurim, all kinds of classes, all kinds of events. It's actually organized by Chaim Lichter, who is taking an active role here. She happens to be Yaakov Kaplan's daughter.
Joe Tannenbaum's
great-granddaughter.
No, granddaughter.
Great-granddaughter. And she's assumed the role here of organizing a lot of these events for ladies, which take place obviously during the week, and even on Shabbosim they have guest lectures and things like that. So they are using this facility for more than
Just davening.
Just davening. When you walk in, the colors are very relaxing and very inviting and bright. Really very uplifting. People tell me when they sit in the basement, they're just, we've been in here now a couple of months, and they just can't get over the feeling every time you walk into this Beis Medrash, how it's quite back. You see, we're all pretty proud of it, and I think Yaakov is pretty happy with the result. I think it turned out as good or better than we ever dreamed about. I'd like to say, first of all, we're very grateful that we've received incredible support from the greater Toronto community, not just the Thornhill community. And I think that's a result of everybody sort of bought into this idea that the Kollel is very much a community space. It's not just, we have many Balabatim coming up here in the evenings from the Baptist Lawrence community. And in addition, many of the Avrechim that have sort of graduated from the Kollel have gone on to become mechanchim from all the yeshivas in the city. So there's been a greater benefit, and I think that has been recognized by many in the down south community. So this is really a community event, not just for Thornhill, but for the greater Toronto community, where we want to celebrate that achdus, that feeling. It's on September 14th. We invite everybody to really participate at whatever level they can, and be at what I think will be an iconic facility here in this community. And I think the event will be an iconic event that people will not forget. It's a Chanukah Sabayas of just an incredible, significant development in the history of the Jewish community. And everybody really should try to make an effort to come and celebrate with us and be mechabed Kavod Torah. So please come.